Yeah, just really proud of our guys. They hung in there and you know, didn't play well. Gosh, we made all kinds of penalties and had some mistakes, but they had penalties and mistakes too, so that helped us out a little bit. And, you know, I thought we got a little silent and dead there in the second half. We're down 28-13. I'm screaming and yelling, trying to get everybody into the game. And even after we scored, I still didn't think we were, you know, as intense as we need to be. But our guys got a lot of resiliency. You know, we got a little momentum offensively, got a couple stops, and just hung on the end. It's good to win a close one.
Why do you think the offense took a little while to get going?
Gosh, you know, we didn't get any tempo really. We wanted to early. They did a nice job. They got good players, and you know, we were trying. I don't want to say we were feeling them out, but it seemed like there was no rhythm or tempo like we wanted to at all, except for a couple series. In the couple series we had it, we moved the ball, and I was disappointed we had to settle for a couple field goals, and at the end, you know, got that field goal that the penalty race. But we felt all day that we, you know, had a chance to move the ball a little bit because Matt, you know, Matt, I said before, Matt Scott's a stud. I mean, Matt Scott is phenomenal. He's a competitor, and our wide receivers. I mean, Dan Buckner is always. But you look at Austin Hill. I mean, each and every day he comes and he makes big plays for us.
You had a couple of these that you let slip away.
Yeah.
How significant is this for this team today to close one out?
Well, I think, you know, not even related to the other ones. It's just good to win the close one and for our guys to believe in themselves. I think, you know, we had a lot of, you know, try to give them a lot of confidence during the week, but, you know, we don't, you know, until it gets to game time and all that, we focus more on the process. You know, I said it a bunch of times to our players. I mean, I want our guys to be comfortable being uncomfortable. We make them uncomfortable in practice, and so these situations in these games, we've not won them, a couple of them, but our guys don't. You know, they don't panic in that, and I think it's hopefully a product of how we practice every day.
Talk about the throw with Matthew was there, his final touchdown, keeping a little wobbly.
Yeah, I know the trainers wanted to look at him, and I'm not a doctor. I'll let them make a decision, and they're like, we don't know if he's, you know, all there or whatever. And I said, he looked pretty good on that throw. You know, holy cow, he threw it to the right guy, made a heck of a throw. So he might have been a little foggy at the time. It looked like, from my vantage point, whatever you have for breakfast is no longer in him. It's all about the 20-yard line. But, yeah, that was a phenomenal throw. Well, I won the game for us.
You were talking about your last possession. I'm sure everybody knew you were going to give the ball to Kadeem.
Yeah.
But you were able to grind it out and take off enough time.
Yeah, I got to watch see how we blocked it. I think we got a hat on a hat, but Kadeem is, again, he's a guy that makes you tackle, and he broke a couple arm tackles, and we only got, we needed one more first down. Of course, we go the game, but the 2 first downs we got took off significant minutes, and when everybody in the stadium knows we're going to run it, that's the time you got to be able to do it. And it's, you know, the guys up front did a good job, but it's really a lot on Kadeem.
Rich, when do you start having that believe process? Is it today, Oklahoma State when you start kind of believing in yourself?
Yeah, I don't know when that. I mean, as far as to what level, I think there's always some level of belief. You know, every time if you beat a ranked team or a team like USC, I mean that grows. But you know, I'm sure. You know, I've said it before. I got to be careful about patting them on the rear too much. You know, because I don't want to make a mess in my hand. You know, we've said that before. And so they'll enjoy it for 24 hours, and then tomorrow night after we review the film and make the corrections, you know, it'll be over and we'll move on.
That Hail Mary passes in the air, what's going through you?
I'm holding my breath.
Yeah?
Yeah, and every bit. And we didn't have a timeout. Normally we'd take a timeout and put some other guys in there, maybe the Dan Buckner or somebody on our Hail Mary defense. But we didn't have a timeout, and I'm screaming to get back, and I'm hoping. I don't like to bat the ball down because I've seen too many times, so we try to catch it, and, you know, just like a mass of people, once it hit the ground, you know, I could breathe again.
Did you ever look at USC's defense in the second half and think maybe they were tired a little bit?
You know, we were trying to get them to that point, but again, you know, whether it was our own mistakes or there was a guy getting injured, whether it was their guy or our guy, it didn't seem like we were able to get as much going fast as we wanted to. And it, you know, we got to be able to have. There's going to be games and things like that happen, but you know, we did just enough. That if we had more possessions, we felt pretty comfortable that we could at least move the ball.
Talking about Marquise Lee's performance tonight.
Yeah, you know, I think we tired him out. He got about a half a mile, so yeah, he's phenomenal. And you know, obviously, I think Matt Barkley's you know, everybody should be looking at him as one of the best that ever played in this league. I mean, he's an accurate guy, and Lee and Woods and all that. But it seemed like he was at a different speed, didn't he? I mean, y'all were watching that. I mean, it looked like we had angles, and he was out running angles. So, unbelievable.
You used the term relevant prior to and then after the Oklahoma State win. What does this do for relevance for this program?
Well, I do think it makes us more relevant. It should. It doesn't make us, you know, a top 10 team. We've lost 3 games, but you know, it hopefully it gives our guys confidence. It makes, hope it makes recruits sit up and notice, whether they're here or watching it on TV, and that you know, our goal is to build the best program in America. We got a long way to go. I mean, a long way to go. All right, but I think the process has been started, and it's fun because I have a great group of seniors that have really helped. Not all of them play, all right, but they've really helped because of their attitude, and that's, I've said it many times, I think because of the seniors we've been able to, you know, accelerate the process a little quicker.
Bruce, you talk about the mantra of gotta eat.
Yeah.